One of the websites I use to learn about social media has just published an industry report, and there are some very interesting details in there that have big implications for your work in library marketing. We're going to talk about it in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Angela Hursh from the blog superlibrarymarketing.com. Head there, look for the Library Marketing Show tab to suggest a topic for a future episode, or to nominate your library or another library doing great work in library promotions for Kudos. We are going to give away Kudos a little later in the show. Before we do that, if you haven't yet already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Click here. And or if you're watching this on LinkedIn, click the follow button so you'll get a notification every time I post one of these videos. And if you find these videos helpful, useful, inspiring, scary, traumatic, let me know by leaving me a reaction on the video. Hopefully it's a thumbs up. Okay. Social Media Examiner is a huge website, and they do podcasts and newsletters and all kinds of stuff and interview guests around social media. And they just released their big industry report. They interviewed more than 2,000 social media and marketing professionals to get kind of gauge the temperature of the social media landscape. Now, mind you, these are all people, or mainly people, from the for-profit world. So you might be like, there's no comparison between what regular businesses do and what libraries do. But I think you're wrong. And I think there are a couple of things that I pulled out of this industry report that really apply to libraries. So we're going to go through them. There's three big things that I learned. And if you want to look at the industry report, I'm going to put the link in the show description if you're watching on YouTube, or in the comments if you're watching on LinkedIn. All right. Thing number one that the report showed was that 86% of all the marketers that they surveyed indicated that their social media efforts have generated more exposure for their businesses. That means they're getting some brand awareness from social media. So oftentimes I worry about how much time we spend posting on social media, but this report indicates that there is some benefit, which is your library's name gets out there in front of an audience, probably an audience of people who haven't thought about your library in a while. So think about that as you're programming your social media posts. These marketers said that increased traffic to their website was the second major benefit of social media. I think that's great. That's exactly what you want. So as you're making your posts for social media, think about how you can frame them to drive people from that platform back to your library's website, your catalog, or your event calendar, because that's really the place where you want them to go and take an action. The second thing that I thought was really interesting about this report is that these marketers said that Facebook and LinkedIn contribute the most leads for them. Now, if you haven't worked in a profit company, a lead is basically when somebody comes in and it shows some interest in buying a product. What does that have to do with libraries? For us, leads are going to be people wanting to get a card or wanting to use one of our services, or maybe even attend one of our programs. So this report says Facebook and LinkedIn are the best places to get those people to come in. We're talking about your new cardholders, communities you haven't yet reached that you're trying to reach. I bring this up because I know a lot of us are posting on Facebook. I see more libraries moving to LinkedIn. I think that's such a smart idea. I've been talking about it for years. I'm so excited to see that happening. I would like to see more libraries posting on LinkedIn. It is a great place to find people who actually want to take an action and want to do something with your library. Facebook was the top platform for marketers posting video, followed by Instagram and then YouTube, which is really interesting because I, in my own brain, often think of YouTube as the platform for videos. But this reminded me that I need to remind you, you can also post any video that you create natively on Facebook and Instagram. You likely already have a large audience on those platforms. They love video. They're going to give your videos a boost if you feed them that kind of content. So videos on Facebook and Instagram ahead of YouTube probably is a good idea if you don't have a whole lot of time. There is a lot more information in this report. Again, I'm going to share a link down in the comments if you're watching on LinkedIn, or the show description on YouTube, but I am curious, what are your thoughts about the current state of social media and library marketing? Let's start a conversation down in the comments. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. All right, it's time to give away kudos. And our kudos today is going to go to the Licking County Library. I found a beautiful news article on one of the Columbus television stations. This is in Ohio, so they're not too far away from me. The employees at this library are working to create a database of people who have served, in a military capacity. And they got this just beautiful write-up. It's got like pictures on it. It has some, it's amazing. Great job. I don't know who pitched it to this news station, but I wanted to give you kudos for getting that great press coverage for your new database of veterans. So good job, Licking County. That's it for this episode of the Library Marketing Show. If you want to get in contact with me, you can do so at superlibrarymarketing.com. And if you want more tips on how to do great library promotions, my channel is full of those kinds of videos. Just click on the next video and I'll see you there.